Shalom Aleichem, and welcome back. Hope you're all well. We are now in the period of Parshas Emor, which is the time of the year where Am Yisrael is in a state of mourning and remembering the 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva who passed away. They passed away due to lacking full respect for one another. We can correct this by developing respect for one another and appreciating our differences. Our Chachamim tell us that Hashem created the human race in a way that their minds are different one from the other. Each person thinks differently. And there's a reason for that. Not that we should insist on our own opinion. Rather, we should realize everybody has an opinion and a way of thinking which can contribute. When a decision has to be made involving different parties, then everybody's view should be heard. Nobody should be embarrassed of saying what they have to say, because that's not what Hashem wanted. Hashem wanted everybody to have their own view and utilize the way Hashem gave them in thinking. And then the decision will be made by the one who is skilled enough to incorporate everybody's ideas and have everybody agree to the final decision. Another recommended practice for Ahavas Yisrael, loving our fellow, is based on the name of our parsha. The title of this parsha is Emor. Literally, Emor is a command, speak. While in the context of the parsha was referring to a command to the Kohanim that they should be careful to educate the younger generation of Kohanim, to be careful regarding the rules of impurity. Nevertheless, being the name of a parsha, and based also on the words of the Medrash, the word Emor has a message for all of us. And that is a command to speak. What should we speak about? Well, obviously, the most important thing that Yid speaks about is Torah. But we have another pasuk to teach us about Torah, V'dibar Tabam. So what does the word Emor come to teach us? Emor is telling us to speak positively about our fellow. Emor actually also means praise and soft speaking. We should speak softly to each other, respectfully, and speak the praise of our fellow. The Rambam talks about what is the manner of speech of a Talmid Chacham, somebody who we have to emulate. So a Talmid Chacham speaks about the praise of his fellow and does not mention his negativity at all. How does that work? So number one, when we praise somebody, we are revealing the good of the other person which was previously hidden. Because speech is the concept of revealing that which was originally in one's mind. And this act of speaking gives a person extra power. How does that work? We know when it comes to negative talk, Lashon Hara, our Chachamim tell us that it affects the person who one spoke about, and that is because it brings out the negative side of that person, which can have effect in the upper world as well, similar to the concept of speaking in a manner of doom. A person shouldn't open up his mouth in a negative way. And so the positive works much more than negatives. If on the negative side, negative speech brings out the bad of a person and can cause harm, so for sure, on a positive note, when somebody speaks positively, it brings out the good of the person. As our Chachamim tell us, based on the pasuk in Mishlei, that when you mention a tzaddik, zecher tzaddik livracha. When you mention a tzaddik's name, you say a bracha. Bracha can mean to bless the tzaddik, and it can also mean to praise. We praise a person, and the praise helps the person in their avodah. Additionally, one should reach a higher level. One does not even see the negative at all. How does that work? A person should realize that if that person whom he sees fault with was given surely extra power by Hashem to overcome all their shortcomings. So they will see only the good. They will realize that everybody has special koiches, powers Hashem gave the other person. As a matter of fact, it says regarding a Yoshev El, somebody whose main occupation is Torah, should realize that they probably don't have the strength to withstand the tests which are out in the street for people who are in the workforce, and they have more tests. So the people who are in the world of business, in the professional world, were imbued and equipped by Hashem with extra koiches. So a proper way of looking at things is that you see the other person and the potential that they have, and you don't see or focus on the negative. So that's how it works, that you help the other person by praising them, and you don't say or speak or even see negative in the other person. You just see the good potential that they may have. By acting in this way, we will, number one, be making good kelim, good vessels to receive lots of brachas from Hashem, because just like a human being who's a father will be very pleased to see all his children getting along together, acting lovingly to one another, so for sure, by Hashem is very pleased to see Bnei Yisrael acting kindly to one another, and of course, acting in a way of Ahavas Yisrael will surely speed up the Geula. May it be B'Karav Mamish. Kol Tov and a good Shabbos.